Hi there, I'm Jessica Rose. Welcome to this video on naming your jewellery business. So getting the name right in your jewellery business can be a tricky task. I know when I first started my jewellery business and I was trawling through all different options, and it took me quite a while to come up with one that I was happy with. This name is going to represent your brand and speak to your customers throughout the course of the lifetime of your business. So it is an important decision. So here are some top tips to help you with making decisions on what to name your jewellery business. The first thing is to focus on your customers and how we can inspire them. So the main purpose of your name is to inspire your customers. Who is your ideal customer? We come back to that question again. We need to visualize them, keep them in our mind whilst we go through this process of picking our name. Is it a name that they're going to be happy to repeat to their friends and tell other people about? Something they can easily remember and understand and find online. These are crucial parts to finding a name. So often we get so caught up in what we want to call it and our processes that we forget the customer. So that's my first tip, is to really focus on how we can inspire those through the name. The next thing is to pick something that you can grow with. So if you have a jewellery business at the moment selling silver charms, and we call it Sally's Silver Charms, and then you decide to branch out into other silver pieces and some beaded work and some gold, of course the name doesn't really fit anymore. So you want to make sure you pick a name that's more generic, that we can grow with no matter what course our business takes. We also want to make sure that it's something easy to remember and easy to spell. So as someone who is not great at spelling, and lots of creatives are not, it's important that it's something that if I hear the name, I can go onto Google, type it in, and at least get close enough that Google's going to be able to direct me to the right place. So that's something quite important. I try and encourage people to have names that are not too long. We do need some length in it because sometimes there just aren't enough options with the shorter names that they're already taken. But we don't want it so long that we're just not going to be able to remember it. So that memory is key, something that I can repeat, that I can remember, and that I can easily spell online. Next, we want to check that once we've decided on some names, there are free URLs available for it. Now, a URL is a website address, so we want to make sure that there's a website address available. If you go to godaddy.com, you can type in different website addresses and find out which ones are still on offer. There's tons of other places on the web where you can also search for domains. If you type domain search into Google, you'll find other places there. So do have a search around and find ones that work for you. Whatever country you're in, you ideally want to have the domain from that country. So here in London, we're in the UK, so we'd have .co.uk, but we'd also get .com. That way we can choose one as our main site and direct the other domain to the website so that any customers trying to find us but who don't know the end of our domain will be able to still get to the right site. So I'd encourage you to buy both of those domains. There are also new domains that are available now, such as .co or .london. They're a bit more specific, a bit more unique and unusual. And this is a good way, if you've got a name that somebody's already taken, but you really want it, is you can get a unique URL. Just be aware that if you do that, if the other person is selling jewellery or something similar to you, it might be a little bit confusing. So I always try to go for .co.uk and .com if I can, and .co is another option if you're offering something very different to the main .com website. We also want to check our social handles, so it's important that your name is available on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platforms you're going to be using. Now, to search for those, just go onto the platform and type in the name that you would like to use. See if anyone comes up. If they don't, a next stage of investigation is to try and set up an account with that name. When you go through the process of setting up an account, if the name's already taken, it won't let you do it. So I would check all of that before you invest anything into buying domains or getting logo or branding done for your new business. Next tip for naming your jewelry business is to give yourself a deadline and stick to it. So I know from experience that you can just go on and on with this. You can spend months, if not years, trying to come up with the perfect name. It may be that there is no perfect name for your jewelry business, and we can just find a nice one that we really like, that fits and that works. So give yourself a deadline. I like to normally say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month at the most. And by the end of that time, just make a decision and go with it. That's the key thing, is just making a decision. It is tricky, but you can change your name later down the line. And from some of the jewelry businesses that I've run, I have gone through the process of name changing. And whilst it does cost some money and you have to invest more in marketing to tell your customers about the name change, it's worth it if it's important to you. The final thing is to consider your brand and your personality as a whole when you're naming your business. So you want to make sure that it feels right, that it fits with everything that you're doing and your brand that you're developing. So have a look at your colours, your logo ideas, your typography, and your name all together as one cohesive package. If it's fitting in there, the URL's available and social handles, then I would say it's a winner. The final thing I want to talk about is using your own name. So lots of jewelers use their own name, which I think is a lovely thing to do for your jewelry business. If you use your own name, I tend to encourage people to put jewelry at the end so that we know that what they're talking about is jewelry or designs or something along those lines. So my name's Jessica Rose, so instead of calling my business Jessica Rose, I might call it Jessica Rose Jewellery or Jessica Rose Designs, Jessica Rose London, something that gives it an air of feeling that it's a business, not just a person. And if it can allude to what your products are, then that's even better. Hopefully those tips have helped with choosing a name for your business. I think the main thing that I come across is people just being confused and not being able to pick one. At the end of the day, it just comes down to doing it. Picking one, going for it, and trusting your instincts that it will all be fine. Then we can move on to other more pressing matters moving forwards in our business. So good luck with choosing your names. And if you would like to grow your jewelry business, I would really love to help you with that, which is why I've developed a free downloadable guide on how to grow your jewelry business. You can get your copy now by clicking on the link below and we'll send it to you straight away. Then you can start working on the different key areas that you need to grow your jewelry business to be profitable, successful and sustainable in the long run. It's been wonderful talking with you today, and I would love to continue the conversation over on social media. So do come and find us at Jewellers Academy at Instagram and all the other platforms. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope to see you on another video very soon. Alrighty, bye for now.